What was the difficulty you faced working in a male-dominated industry, and how did you manage?
To me, it was just, as I said, focus on what you can control, and that control is do excellent work. The other thing, though, I have to say is that I specifically worked for people that I felt were going to be vocally supportive of me. So if I did do excellent work for them, I wanted to work for people who would talk about me because I wasn't going to do it myself. Because I was in the US, remember that, where the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I wasn't going to toot my own horn. Sorry to keep using all of these phrases, but yeah, I needed to work with people who would do that for me.
Because my background is sales, in that environment, usually I talk about my customers or how to develop business, or especially myself as a Japanese in a global MNC environment. So we talk about customer and business and how and numbers. And then by doing that, the audience is really interested in the developing business or growing the numbers. So I did not have any challenges as a female, even in a male environment. But mostly my experience is from outside of Japan. So probably if this happened in Japan, it might be different.
When I joined the shipping industry, back then it was an opportunity for me because I always wanted to do an international background kind of job, having this big scale that I can develop my career. But when people always ask me, why did you choose to join this kind of man-dominated industry? And my answer is always, which industry is not? So this is the thing. When you are growing up in this kind of environment, you take it for granted. You don't take it as an issue. But then again, since you're growing up in this environment, you absorb it in your immune system, which I call it dongkanglyo. If you put a different perspective, like a D&I, you will say, oh, that's mistreat. That's unfair. But for me, maybe dongkanglyo. I am a believer that the only thing that you can change is yourself. You cannot change others. You cannot immediately change the attitude or the treatment from other people to you. But what you can change is your reaction, your perception. And at any circumstances, the last human freedom is to choose your behavior. Instead of choose, oh, this is unfair, I really hate that person. Instead of put yourself in this helpless hatred, I always think, okay, how can I make a difference? How can I do it differently? If this way doesn't work, if I cannot change that person, then I have to change my path. This is not just to only apply for the man-dominated world. It actually applies for any difficulties. So keeping this dongkanglyoku or positiveness. If this door cannot open, then I can try the other window. So I guess if we want to someday embrace a day that we don't need to celebrate the International Women's Day, first of all, we need to be tough. We need to be happy. I hate the toughness come with a sad face. That is why you found me always smile. And the smile is not just put on my face, it's from the bottom of my heart. 比东康